Welcome to the Solomon Show. Thank you so much for watching. Hope everyone is doing well. On today's panel, we have Gabriel. And we also have your host, Solomon. Now let's get right into it. We're back for more with our Cinco de Mayo special. For all month long, we're learning about Cinco de Mayo. If you think you know, you don't. So, stay to the end. Now it's time for the quote of the day. Today's quote of the day is, "When anger rises, hold your tongue. Anger will pass, but cruel words can leave lifelong wounds." Now it's story time. Alright, what's the first story?
I'm a bit uncomfortable after seeing the social media of the girl that I'm dating. How would you handle this?
Okay.
I'm dating this girl for 3 months, both age 27. We had some really nice dates, and she's really nice to be around. We are not in a relationship, but it gets more serious. Personally, I don't like social media anymore. I used to have an Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat for a long time, but I don't use it anymore since I don't see the value anymore. She uses it, and I, of course, have no problem with it. She told me she likes pictures and mostly uses it for her friends. But yesterday, a friend of mine looked her up on Instagram and found her open profile.
Wait, I want to make a timeout. Going a little bit back to what the guy was saying, that he doesn't really use social media anymore and stuff. But I remember when Facebook first came out and I was so against it. I was like, why do I need this? Why would I want to use this? But my classmates were telling me it's a great way for, marketing yourself, for keeping in touch with other friends. Maybe like they moved across the country, across the world, and it's a good way for you guys to kind of stay up to date with what's going on in each other's lives. And I was thinking, oh, okay, maybe, but I guess at that time it was much more professional. And I mean, now they have LinkedIn and all these other things too, but that was the thing, for work and all that. But I feel like now, fast forward to the pandemic, a lot of people kind of got off social media just because of all the fake news, all the negativity, whatnot. I mean, myself included, I kind of took a break from social media just because I didn't want to see all this negative stuff. But then I came back to it because I kind of felt like everybody was isolating themselves, and I don't think that's healthy either. So, I mean, it's okay to open up social media and just click on the upper right corner and just block a channel or block something that's offensive. You can report it too if you want to. But that way it kind of filters out all the stuff that you don't want to see. But I do feel like people become so isolated, and whether they realize it or not, they are getting depressed, and it's making them moody and angry just because the world has changed so much and not in a good way. But I feel like the way to counter that is to kind of put more effort into linking up with people, linking up with friends, whether it's on social media to say hi to somebody, happy birthday to somebody, or just send out texts. I know it's kind of going back to the old days where you send out texts to people, hey, how you doing? Just want to see how you are, blah, blah, blah. Like, make that a thing again just to reach out to each other. But, let's see what happens with this. This is why I think, too, social media has kind of fallen off, because people are using it as a dating slash I'm gonna see how much skin I can show before my parents find out thing, or before grandma comes in with a stick to be like, what kind of pictures are these? Let's see.
She has a lot of followers and posts a lot. and also a lot of revealing bikini pictures. I don't judge her for it. She can do whatever she wants, but it does make me uncomfortable.
Wait, time out. You don't judge her for it, but the world will judge her for it. And if you're with her, they will judge you for it too. Because once you guys become a pair, anything she says or does, that reflects on you too. So you may want to keep that in mind. Mm-hmm.
She sends those pictures to me sometimes as well, and I always reply that she looks great. I have a bad experience with an ex-girlfriend who posted a lot like this and was addicted to the attention and eventually cheated. Now, again, we're not in a relationship, so I don't feel in the position to even discuss this. Yes, it just has my preference that a girl does not post a lot of those type of pictures. Again, not judging, just a preference. Ever since I saw the Instagram, I just started to question if this is the type of girl for me. How would you handle this?
Okay, look. I'm just going to be 100% brutally honest. Like the Solomon train is here and it's moving, it's not stopping. Because, yeah, I'm just going to keep it simple. You had a relationship in the past where the girl was a hoe. And I would think you would learn from that. It's the same thing happening again. She's screaming out ho 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 ho, and she's not Miss Claus. Look. She's sending out all these pictures of herself basically naked to everybody. What does that say? It says I'm a hoe for everybody. Ho 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 ho. Let her go. Let the hoe go. Free her. You know what I mean? Like, it's disgusting. If her parents saw that, I would think they would smack her. If her grandparents saw it, they would smack her. If her kids saw it, they would smack her too. Because it's like, Mom, the kids are making fun of us at school saying your mom's a hoe. Like, these people aren't thinking ahead. These pictures are out to the world to see. When your kids get older, kids are going to make fun of them. It's just not a good look. It's not cute. Get somebody good. Look, I'm going to tell you guys a story real quick. Once upon a time, okay, in general, I'm not really in the gay scene, okay? I just do my thing, whatever, okay? But once upon a time, I was dating somebody, and an old picture came up or whatever of them at gay pride, and I think there was like some person wearing not too much, like this girl, and they were posing with the person, right? I just went on social media, I clicked like, and it's a nice picture. Guess what? Within the hour, that picture came down. It's not a cute look. So, I don't know. I just think you need to learn from life's lessons. Stop making the same mistakes. You can get somebody that isn't doing that and have a nice life. Don't keep repeating. You're not going to get younger. You're 27 years old. Soon you're going to hit 30 and you have that big aha moment in your life where you don't have time to waste. You're almost there. If you're going to have fun, go out, whatever, that's fine. But don't waste your time on something like this. The last thing you want is to pick up a disease. Okay, a lot of people don't think about that. Ha ha, he he he. Then you go to the doctor. Uh-oh. Not everything is curable, okay? Some things you're stuck with for life. And women out there, some of this stuff, you may not be able to have children because of it. That's something to think about too. Or maybe it's you just shouldn't be having kids. I don't know. But just saying, stuff to think about. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your health. Anything else? All right, that's it for this one. I hope you're ready to eat because dinner is ready. Cinco de Mayo edition.
Now it's story time.
Alright, what's the next story?
Am I right or am I wrong for not driving my girlfriend back home but getting her dad to pick her up? I, 22 male, had promised 23 female I would drive her back home. I admit it. But we had hang out at my place all day long and it had gotten late. It was midnight and I was all too tired to drive her back home. It's a 2-hour drive round trip. So 1 hour and 1 hour.
Oh, okay.
And one time, I had already risked my life on the way back from dropping her off, struggling to keep my eyes open and barely getting by. The reason I am supposed to drive her back home despite the condition is her dad. He doesn't want her to sleep at my place, even now that it's been almost a year that I'm dating her.
Time out. 22 and 23, you are so young. Like, what the heck? When I was 22, 23, we were going to school full time. We were working full time. We go out, karaoke, whatever, la la la. Come back like 3 or 4 in the morning, go to sleep, and go to work the next day. What do you mean you're too tired by midnight? What is this? Okay.
One time it was late and I asked her to sleep at her place and he agreed. That doesn't make sense. So he asked the father of the girl
if he could stay over or something because it was late.
And he
late
agreed.
At midnight at 22, okay?
But the only condition is that she'd sleep in the bed with her brother and I'd sleep by myself in her bed. And yes, the ages I wrote down are correct. We are not teenagers. Now I feel guilty about not driving her back home. I did offer to sleep for 2 hours, wake up, and then drive her home in the night. But that was also not an option to her because of her curfew. So a huge argument happened and we almost broke up. Her dad was pretty pissed to get up from the bed and drive those 2 hours to go pick her up. He even had work the next day. But I guess that was less important than the loss of the dignity and purity that would happen if this adult daughter fell asleep in a safe place with her boyfriend, who she... I just gotta say, if this is an adult daughter, she can get an Uber.
That's what I was gonna say. I've been holding it in. Like, what's wrong? Like, just Uber, Lyft, whatever. The dad can order it, you can order it, she can order it. And why isn't she driving? Can she not drive? I don't understand this.
So who's wrong? She's wrong.
It is so stupid. I mean, you want to say like, oh, I'm an adult. It's not like we're teenagers. Da, da, da. So then take care of your problems. My gosh, you're already losing in life. You're tired by midnight at 22. Give me a break. And your biggest problem is, oh, I can't drive. Like, how is she going to take care of the kids? How are you guys going to have a job? You can't even handle the simple basics of life. You're saying like, oh, I'm an adult. I'm giving you the benefit now thinking you're 10, okay? This is crazy. There's real problems going on in the world and you're complaining about, oh, I can't make it home for a curfew. At first I was thinking to myself, it's kind of embarrassing you have curfew at your age, but from hearing how irresponsible you guys are, yeah, I guess it makes sense they have to treat you like you're a kid.
I feel like it's both me and the dad. My fault is not thinking of driving her back home earlier when I had more energy. And the dad's for being so controlling. He'd rather have her risk a car crash than letting her sleep in a safe place. But I'm here to hear your opinion. It's always good to hear other perspectives because maybe I'm fully in the wrong.
I've heard of this. It's like a legend or something.
Everybody's wrong.
No. Have you heard about this too? There's people that are in their early 20s that are like, oh, my sleep. Oh, I need to get rest. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, my eyes are heavy. I need my rest. I'm like, what the hell is this? When you're 20s, like you have 2 jobs, you're going to school, you're making it happen, you're doing all this stuff. And all this, oh, I'm so weak. I'm so weak. Right? It's ridiculous. I just want to go pot snap out of it. Like, man up, come on. And woman up too, to the girl. This is ridiculous. My advice is, You need to take a break from dating. You need to get a job if you don't have one already. And add something else to that. Either add school, add a second job, add some volunteering, add some stuff. Because you need to learn to be more responsible with your time management, because you're not making it in life right now. Like, you shouldn't be this tired this early, and you should be more concerned about real problems. The world is getting tougher. If you're not making it at this age, something is up. Okay, so you got to work on yourself and work on your life, because it sounds like it's falling apart over stupid stuff. So that's my advice to you. Take on some more responsibility and learn how to manage your time better. It's not that serious. Anything else?
I think. Well, I have a lot to say, but.
Say it.
I think bottom line is, if you're not willing to drive her back, then don't date her. She's clearly an inconvenience because she's way out of the way. And she's not putting in her 2 cents. She's not driving her. She can't drive. I don't know the reasoning why. Maybe she's handicapped or something. Maybe she doesn't know how to drive, or who knows. But if you don't like the terms, then she can move out and live on her own. Or you can move out and ask her to live with you.
Look.
But if she's going to live with the dad, she has to respect the rules.
Yeah, of course. It's his house.
The father. And if you brought her over, then it's your responsibility to bring her back. It's very simple, but they're all wrong.
I mean, driving is a life skill. You should be able to drive. That's ridiculous. I mean, what if it's an emergency? Your dad needs to go to the hospital or something. You need to take him to the hospital. What are you going to do? If you can't afford the Uber, you're not going to be able to afford the ambulance, right? So, I don't know. I think you guys really need to, like, step it up.
It's just really scary to be that girl.
What?
What if she's stuck in the middle of nowhere? She has no skill, no
Then
money.
you Uber.
Can't Uber, can't drive, can do nothing.
You know what? Honestly, if you're that useless, you shouldn't be leaving the house then. You really shouldn't be leaving the house if you're that useless. You need to go to school, adult school, community college or something, and learn these basic life skills. You shouldn't be going out and about with men if you really don't know how to handle yourself out in the world. Like, getting a guy is not the solution to anything. You need to find your own way. You need to be an adult. Anything else? Alright, that's it for this one.
Now it's time for the quote of the day. Today's quote of the day is, "Forgive yourself for not knowing earlier what only time could teach." Now it's story time.
Alright, what's the next story?
My boyfriend, 30, lost everything and died. 20, female, is thinking about leaving him. That's nice.
He's 30 and she's 20, okay?
It all started when he lost his job. He decided he wanted to live off of unemployment checks and not find another job for a year. Why? Because he believes in numerology and Chinese astrology. My boyfriend listens to this guy named Gary, who goes by GG33, and takes this stuff very seriously. In that sense of astrology, it is the year of the horse, and he is a rat. Gary made up his term enemy signs, where 2 signs clash and they don't get along well.
Wait, time out. You know, there's very few things in this world that will make my mom get, like, through the roof pissed. One of them is if you turn on those influencers on YouTube, especially those, like, finance, whatever people, because that's her specialty, she will get so mad. She would be like, turn that off. Don't listen to that beep. Those people are full of beep. That's how people go broke. That's why so many people in this country have money problems, because listening to these people with no education, no background, no experience, and they're telling people to do crazy stuff. Okay. I was shocked to see her get so bad, but it is true. I guess that's like for us working in healthcare, and then people that don't want to get vaccinated, all that kind of stuff. I can see that. I can see that. But, mm-hmm.
Gary made up this term, enemy signs, where two signs clash and they don't get along well. As a result, you have a very bad unlucky year. The horse and the rat are enemy signs apparently. Gary says that you are in your enemy year, to take the year off if you can and don't work. 6 weeks later, he lost his car. Still no unemployment check because he was too lazy to check the status, figure out what he needed to do. He only checked it now because his roommate is getting tired of him and threatened to kick him out because he was way behind on the bills. He spends all his time playing his game, and I'm not even exaggerating. He stays up until 9 a.m., 7 a.m., or 8 a.m. playing it. He's even played it for 20 hours. Normally he plays on it for 14 plus hours. I even now get left. I delivered while he plays his games, and he'll respond the next day. I brought this up to him and it bothers me, but he says that he'll never really has anything to say. He's enjoying his vacation. And he's starting his new career. New career, you may ask? He wants to upload his gaming footage to YouTube and believes that he will be making millions from it. I can't make this up. I even told him one message saying, hey, I'm gonna play my game. Takes 15 seconds, yet he still doesn't do it. Anyway, after his roommate threatened to kick him out, he said he'll go back to his mom's place and just sit there playing games until his unemployment checks come in. So I think I'm done. Tell me what you think. I know the answer is obvious, but that I should leave him, but I hate to leave somebody at their lowest. At the same time, he brought this up on himself. I thought this phase may pass, but now I have no respect for him and I can't stand him. He used to be perfect, ambitious, and found a way to get things done, but he's completely different now. Okay, I judged her too quick.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I want to hear you on this one.
But she has a heart. She's thinking about it.
Look, how old are they again?
He's 30, she's 20.
Okay. Sounds to me like he may be going through an early midlife crisis. That's fine or whatever, but obviously he's just crashing and burning real quick, real fast. And if he's going to be that crazy to let some random person just sink his ship like that, then just cut it loose and just move on with your life. You're so young, 20 years old. You got your whole life ahead of you. All this feng shui and Chinese astrology stuff. I'm sorry. Hey, I can say it. I'm half Chinese, okay? I'll read it for entertainment purposes, whatever, but I could care less. Look, I had somebody tell me, oh, it's the year of the dog. That means you're going to have a really bad year. And I'm like, no, actually, it's the year of the dog. That means I'm going to have a fabulous year. And I'd like you to tell me otherwise. It's not going to happen. It's my year. My way is going to be awesome. Or like the plants in front of the house. I had this one plant and it was growing real big and real wide. And I was like, wow, it's thriving. Good for you. And then this person was like, oh, you need to cut off all the leaves because they're blocking the good energy from entering into your house. And I said, no, actually, the leaves are shielding my house so the bad energy can't come in. It's protecting me. You see, you just flip it around. Life gives you lemons. You make honey and lemon tea and sip it and have a great day. I don't buy that, oh, destiny, woe is me. You know what? Destiny wants to get in my way. You just, boom, run it over and keep on going because life's not going to wait around for you. So, if this guy wants to listen to craziness and play video games all day and all night, I don't know how he's going to be awake for job interviews. Good luck getting that job with no sleep. So, that's all I'm saying. Anything else? Leave him at his lowest?
I think it's too soon. I mean, I wish you had more background because who knows how long they've been together.
But the roommate is even kicking him out too. The friend is giving up on him. That's pretty bad. You gotta pay your bills. Like you're not even getting your unemployment checks because you're too lazy to apply. And by the way, don't you have to like show that you're applying for jobs and making an effort?
But maybe they just need to talk about it. I don't know if that's been attempted yet.
That's sweet of you and everything, but we're not like that. If I was playing games all night to 7 a.m. the next morning, you don't think that would be a problem? I couldn't even handle it. My eyes are I probably look like a raccoon. I'd be like Beetlejuice on here or something. Anything else?
Well, just that the parents shouldn't let him back in. That would be a wake-up call.
That's a story for another day. Maybe we'll do that. But that's a story for another day. Alright, anything else? That's it for this one. Alright, guys, so apparently there's an update. What's an update?
I broke up with him. It feels like a weight has been off my shoulders.
Good. He's 30 years old. She's 20. She owes it to herself to do your thing, get your career going, have some fun, blah, 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 and not babysitting this guy while he's playing video games. That would be crazy annoying. So, good for you, girl. Keep us updated.
It's time for seconds because dinner is ready with more food from Cinco de Mayo. Now it's story time.
Alright, what's our last story?
Am I right or am I wrong for permanently cutting off my sister after she called my fiance to warn him about my past relationship and ended our engagement?
Oh, hold on. I need to breathe. I need to breathe for this one. This is the second time now on the show when somebody's done that. Like, why are you going behind your sibling's back and going to their significant other? If you want, talk to your sibling. This is nuts. You don't do that. I kind of have a story about that. Let's see what happens. I'll say my story for that. Don't let me forget. Okay.
My fiance handed me back the ring on a Tuesday. Just set it on the kitchen counter and slid it toward me without saying a word. I stood there staring at it, this small diamond I just picked up with my mom. And all I could think was, who told him? I already knew. My sister had been weird at our engagement dinner 3 weeks before. Quiet, in that specific way she gets when she knows something that she shouldn't. She kept watching my fiance instead of talking to him. I noticed it but told myself that I was being paranoid. I was not being paranoid. My fiance finally told me what happened. My sister had called him, not texted, called him because she wanted to make sure he understood the weight of what she was sharing. She told him that I had been in a serious relationship 2 years before we met, that I've been in love with someone, that I have almost moved to another country for that person. She framed every single sentence like she was handing him evidence of a crime. He's a quiet person, private, and that kind of thing. Someone else's past love. It got under his skin in a way that he could not shake it. He said it didn't change how he felt about me, but his behavior said something different. He pulled back, got distant, and then one Tuesday morning, the ring was on the counter. I called my sister that same afternoon. She picked up on the second ring, told me that she was waiting. I heard you talk to him, I said. I was just being honest with him, she said. He deserved to know who he's marrying. I said he knew who he was marrying. You told him who I used to be. She got quiet for a second, then shifted. You would have hidden it from him forever. It wasn't hidden, it was over. It was before him. He deserved to know. That phrase, he deserved to know. She kept using it. Not because she cared about him. She had met him only 4 times. She used it because it made her the reasonable one, the honest one. It made me the person with something to hide, and it made her the hero for exposing it. I told her I was done. She laughed. Actual laughter. You're being dramatic. I said, I'm not yelling at you, I'm not crying. I'm telling you calmly that you called my fiancé, dug through my past, and handed him a reason to doubt me. The wedding is off, and I want you to understand that. She stopped laughing. You can't just cut me off. I'm your sister. I know. I'm not angry at you for being my sister. I'm done with you for what you chose to do with that access. And I hung up. My mom called me an hour later. My sister had already gotten to her.
Okay, I need a timeout. This is a lot to swallow. Whew. I mean, look, the sister that was gonna get married, I give you big time props for keeping your head held high and handling it so well. You drew out your boundaries, you stuck to them, and you exited in a calm, respectful way. And I totally applaud you for that. Now, as we say in this show, life is a circle. The characters just go by different names. The first couple of times I heard stuff like this, it shocked me, but now I'm used to it. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. The sister that talked to the fiance is going to tell the family, and now the family is going to jump on her case. But this girl has been learning from the Solomon show that family is just a word sometimes, and if you're in a toxic family, it's time to get out. Now let's see if she carries it through to the end. Let's see.
My mom called me an hour later. My sister had already gotten to her. The framing was that I was punishing my sister for caring too much. My mom asked me to think about how my sister must be feeling. I asked my mom if anyone had asked how I was feeling.
Exactly.
There was a pause. This is a family, my mom said. I know. And she used that to get close enough to blow up my life. I blocked my sister on everything that week. Not in rage, not while crying, but on a Sunday morning with coffee. Methodically. One platform at a time. Instagram blocked. WhatsApp blocked. Her number blocked. I did not leave a dramatic final message. I had already said what I needed to say over the phone. My fiance and I tried to fix things for about 6 weeks. We went to one couple session and he was honest in it. More honest than he had been with me alone. He said the problem wasn't the past relationship. It was that my sister's call had made him realize that he didn't know I was someone who kept things. His word kept. Like I was a cabinet full of secrets. That was the part that broke me because I don't keep things. I just don't announce my whole history to people who weren't there for it. We ended things on a Saturday, no yelling. We sat on the couch and agreed it wasn't working anymore and that we both knew why. My sister sent a card to my mom's house 2 months later. My mother read it to me over the phone. It said she was sorry that things had gotten so complicated and that she hoped I would eventually understand that she acted out of love. Out of love? She had not called my fiance out of love. She called because somewhere underneath all of it, she could not stand watching me have something that she wanted. She had been single for 3 years. She had been close with my fiance in a way that felt a little too focused. I had noticed it. But again, I told myself that I was being paranoid. I was not being paranoid either time. I did not respond to the card. The thing I keep sitting with is she did not lie to him. Everything she said was technically true, but she chose what to say, when to say, and how to say it. Truth used as a weapon is still a weapon, and she aimed it perfectly. I lost my engagement over a relationship that ended before my fiance and I ever spoke a single word to each other. My sister is still out there telling people that she was just being honest. Am I right or am I wrong for making that permanent door instead of a temporary, making a permanent, shutting
Yes.
her sister out?
But she said it so well, so beautifully. That's fine. So, look, I can totally relate to this, but before I start, I want to say again, I am super proud of you. I am super proud of you for what you did and the way that you handled yourself. Okay? Once upon a time, I had a friend since high school. We were super close. Had a lot of history, a lot of laughs, a lot of stories, a lot of inside jokes. Everybody knew who we were. We were like the super team. And through time, I would hear from people here and there that she was saying stuff about me. And I was like, huh? So I would go to her about it for clarity. And she would be like, oh yeah, no, just don't talk to that person anymore. They're this or they're that, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't really think anything of it, because we knew each other so long. And then one day, come to find out that she had done the same thing to me. I mean, obviously I wasn't engaged or whatever, but doing that to try to mess with the relationship and blah blah blah. And in the end, we just went our separate ways. Same thing. But I will tell you what my mom told me. She said, "Look, first of all, in relationships, you have problems. If your guy is not going to come talk to you about those problems and get your side of the story, that's a very, very big problem. So the second thing is, when there's problems, you need to work on problems. You need to just go run away or whatever, like how this guy did. Just here's the ring, blah, blah, blah. That's not how it works. That's not how real, lifelong, like real love relationships work. You work it out. You work on things to make the relationship grow. There's no such thing as easy breezy or everything's perfect. That's for the movies. You know what I mean? And like you said, I like the way you said it, that she weaponized it. Yeah, it was the truth, but still. This girl went in with a motive. She waited till you're engaged. Now let me set the bomb. Boom, it blew up. You got blown up. This is your sister doing this to you. This is your mom making excuses for your sister, okay? If it's not poisonous enough, I don't know what else to tell you. You're walking through a den of lions. You need to stay away. You need to get your life on track, pick up the pieces, build yourself back up again. And I know you can do it because of the way you handled this. Just cut out your family for a while, put yourself back together, and just live your life and be very careful who you let your family around, because this could very well happen again. So, and you know your mom doesn't have your side. You know your mom doesn't have your back. I'm totally okay with parents giving you the truth, but this isn't a truth thing. This is a disloyalty thing, and I'm not cool with that. Because if anybody should be loyal to you, it should be your parents. And if they're not loyal to you, you need to set that boundary and protect yourself. But good luck to you. I wish you the best. I'm so sorry that happened, but sometimes, honestly, it's for the better. You'll look back in a couple of years and be like, you know what? It's okay. I'm going to be okay. So, anything else? All right, that's it for this one. Keep us posted.
Now it's time for Solomon's Words of Wisdom.
Hi, everybody. So, I'm going to continue where I left off last time in our Cinco de Mayo celebration, and I'm going to be telling you about the history of the holiday in the United States. So, remembrance of Cinco de Mayo began in the 1860s by Latinos in California, Nevada, Oregon, and Texas in the context of the Latino experience of the Mexican Independence Day. Remember, not Cinco de Mayo, the actual Mexican Independence Day on September 16th. So in the context of the Latino experience of the Mexican Independence Day, Mexican Declaration of Independence, and the American Civil War in the far west and Mexico. The Chicano movement began commemorating Cinco de Mayo in the second half of the 20th century. Now, on June 7, 2005, the United States Congress called on the President of the U.S. at the time to issue a proclamation calling upon the people of the United States to observe Cinco de Mayo with appropriate ceremonies and activities. To celebrate, many display Cinco de Mayo banners, while school districts hold special events and educate students about its historical significance. Special events and celebrations highlight Mexican culture, especially its music and regional dancing. Commercial interests, of course, it's all about this, in the United States have capitalized on the celebration, advertising Mexican products and services with an emphasis on alcoholic beverages, food, and music. In 2013, get this, in 2013, more than $600 million worth of beer was purchased in the United States for Cinco de Mayo. That's more than the Super Bowl or even St. Patrick's Day. So one last thing. In the May 4th, 2023 edition of the Washington Post, they published an article that described the holiday of Cinco de Mayo as an American holiday with Mexican roots and not necessarily a Mexican holiday. So, yeah, I guess I must have missed that, but at least now I know. I understand more. I hope you guys do as well and see why some people from Mexico may get offended or whatnot. But now we know, we learned, and we will be more aware of what the holiday is about. So that's for the US, but what about the rest of the world? Well, the history of the holiday elsewhere, events tied to Cinco de Mayo also occur outside Mexico and the US. Surprisingly, I didn't know that. As in the United States, celebrations elsewhere emphasize Mexican cuisine, culture, and music. For example, some Canadian pubs play Mexican music and serve Mexican food and drink. And a skydiving club near Vancouver holds a Cinco de Mayo skydiving event where you will not find me for sure. In the Cayman Islands and in the Caribbean, there's an annual Cinco de Mayo air guitar competition. Weird. But hey, that's what floats your boat. And in Montego Bay, Jamaica, there is a Cinco de Mayo celebration as well. In the city of Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, holds an annual Mexican festival to honor the day, and celebrations are held in London and New Zealand as well. Other celebrations of the day can be found in Cape Town, South Africa, Lagos, Nigeria, and in Paris, France. Get this. Cinco de Mayo is even celebrated in Japan, in Osaka, and in Tokyo's Yoyogi Park event space as a celebration of Latin American culture. So, I mean, it's kind of nice actually when you think about it that other parts of the world are celebrating Mexican culture, Mexican food, just kind of showing love and appreciation. So, yeah, we may have thought or celebrated wrong as Mexican independence. Yes, we were wrong, but at the same time too, we're showing you love. So be happy, love is good, love is nice. But hopefully in this special, we all kind of learned what Cinco de Mayo is, understand it more, and now we can understand where the beef is coming from. But I hope you guys learned something. But don't go away just yet, because next week we have the conclusion. Stay tuned. That's it for this episode. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to always be kind to one another.